Hello everyone. In our previous videos, we have learned about what is force and the types of forces, both balanced and unbalanced force. Now in this video, we are going to understand Newton's laws of motion and its first law of motion. Okay. So first we have to understand, who are the physicists who worked on it. Number one, Galileo was the first scientist or physicist who worked on it and gives a theory. Galileo said that the object will move with a constant speed when no force acts on it. Okay, if an object is moving with a uniform velocity, it will not change its velocity until or unless there is no change in its velocity by any external cause. Further, Galileo also explained that an unbalanced force, external force required, unbalanced force external that is required to change the motion of the object. If there is an external force, then only the motion of the object will change. This was the work done by Galileo. Galileo also explained that if we are, you can see the example in your book. There is a marble which is, slowed down by a slope or by an inclined plane. So if there is you can see there is no external force, but you will understand it that there is a force which is acting on it, and that force is gravitational force. So there is an external force, gravitational force, which makes its motion to happen. Now after Galileo, Newton's come and studied Galileo's idea on force and motion, and he represent three fundamental laws that governs the motion of an object. Okay, so Newton was the next scientist who makes three laws that governs the motion of the object, how motion will move and what will happen to the motion of object. These are governed by three laws. These laws are known as Newton's laws of motion. Okay, so Newton's have given three laws which were essential, or which are the fundamental laws that governs the motion of any object. So the first law of motion, which was given by Newton, stated that an object remains in a state of rest or of uniform motion in a straight line unless compelled to change that state by an applied force. That is, if an object is at rest or in motion, it will remain at rest or in motion until or unless there is no external force applied on it. If there is no external force, the object will continue its state. If it is in rest, it will remain at rest. If it is in motion, it will remain in motion. Okay. So in other words, all the objects resist a change in their state of motion. In a qualitative way, the tendency of undisturbed object to stay at rest or to keep moving with the same velocity is called inertia. So now after understanding the first law of motion, that the object will remain at rest or in motion until or unless there is no external force applied on it, we can also conclude one thing from this first law, and that is the inherent property of an object. This inherent property of an object is called inertia. Inertia is actually the tendency of any undisturbed object to stay in its state. Okay, if the object is in rest, it wants to be in rest. This is the inherent property of an object. It does not want to move. It has a property, its particles remain at rest. Similarly, if an object is moving, all the particles concluding this object will start moving. Okay, so the tendency of this moving body is to remain in the motion and does not want to come to rest directly. So this inherent property of the objects to have an undisturbed motion is known as inertia. And this is the reason why the first law is also known as law of inertia. Why it is called first law of motion is known as the law of inertia? Why? Because as you know that the first law stated that the object will remain in rest or in motion until unless there is no external force. Similarly, inertia is what? The tendency of an object to continue its state of motion until or unless there is no external force. That is why this first law of motion is also known as law of inertia.